Hi everyone, I'm Dan Xiaoqian, and today I will be discussing a very serious and relevant issue in Malaysia: the presence of scheduled poison in food products. This issue was highlighted by the Ministry of Health after multiple rounds of product analysis, and it directly connects to the ethical challenges within the bioindustry. In this presentation, I will cover three main aspects. First, the background and seriousness of the issue. Second, the key factors that contribute to this problem from economic, ethical, social, and regulatory perspective. And the third, comprehensive measures by both the government and consumer to reduce and prevent the misuse of scheduled poison in food. By the end of this presentation, I hope you will see how food safety, ethics, and consumer behavior all interact to shape the quality of our food ecosystem today. In 2019 and 2020, the Malaysian MOH analyzes 849 food products ranging from beverage, health foods, herbal drinks, snack, and traditional supplements sold in markets and online platforms. Shockingly, 21 products from 16 brands were found to contain scheduled poisons, which are essentially substances that belong to controlled pharmaceutical categories. These substances cannot be added to food under the Food Act 1983 and its regulations. What makes the issue alarming is that these products were sold freely to the public without proper warnings or prescriptions. So, consumers, especially vulnerable groups like the elderly, pregnant women, and teenagers, could have unknowingly consumed toxic compounds. These incidents highlight not only a public health risk but also a major ethical issues. How can companies prioritize profit over consumer safety, and how did these products enter our market in the first place? Scheduled poisons include substances like sibutramine, steroids, sildenafil, certain stimulants, and unapproved chemical additives. These are substances typically found in prescription drugs, not in everyday food. When added secretly into food or so-called functional foods, these chemicals can cause dangerous heart rate increase, severe blood pressure changes, hormonal disturbance, liver and kidney damage, and long-term illness including cancer. What makes this problem even more serious is that consumers cannot detect these chemicals. They cannot see, smell, or taste the poison. For example, some steaming coffees were found to contain sibutramine, a drug banned internationally due to its strong link to heart attacks. This shows that the use of scheduled poison is not a minor issue. It is a life-threatening risk disguised behind attractive packaging and clever marketing. One of the strongest driving forces behind this issue is the pursuit of profit. Certain manufacturers believe that by adding powerful chemicals, they can create instant or dramatic effects. For example, adding appetite suppressants to swimming drinks help consumers lose weight quickly, which in turn increase sales and create a wow impression. However, this is a serious ethical failure. Companies are responsible for ensuring the safety of every product they produce. When profit is prioritized over safety, it shows a lack of integrity, honesty, and respect for consumers. This behavior also stems from weak ethical culture in certain parts of the industry. Many small-scale manufacturers want fast business growth but do not invest in proper testing or regulatory compliance. They justify their actions by thinking if it works and sells well, consumers will be happy. But this mindset is dangerous and unethical. Another contributing factor is the lack of proper quality assurance and control. Many SME or unlicensed factories operate with minimal equipment and limited budgets. They often rely on raw ingredients from unknown suppliers, and they do not verify whether these ingredients contain illegal substances. Some manufacturers do not keep consistent SOP. They may skip microbial testing, shelf life assessment, or chemical screening to reduce costs and speed up production. This creates loopholes where unsafe or contaminated ingredients are unknowingly added into products. Poor hygiene and inadequate record keeping also increase the risk. Without standardized processes, even small mistakes such as mixing the wrong additive or using contaminated containers can lead to products with dangerous level of scheduled poisons. Consumers also play a major role in driving this issue. The modern market is highly competitive and many consumers want fast and visible results, whether it's slimming, whitening, or boosting energy. When consumers demand fast results, unethical companies feel pressure to add illegal substances to satisfy the demand. For example, many whitening products contain unauthorized steroids because they provide an immediately whitening effect, even though the long-term consequences are harmful. Marketing also manipulates emotions before and after photos. Influencers promoting miracle results and testimonials create strong psychological pressures. Consumers may ignore red flags such as lack of proper labeling or unrealistic health claims. This behavior unintentionally supports unethical producers. Online platforms have made it incredibly easy to introduce unregulated products into the markets. Products with scheduled poison are often sold through Facebook, TikTok, Shopee, or WhatsApp groups. Online sellers may hide behind fake accounts or temporary pages. They often advertise in private groups, making tracking and enforcement difficult. Many consumers trust social media advertisements more than official sources, and this increases the chance of purchasing unsafe products. Even after a product is banned, sellers can quickly rebrand it with a new name and continue selling without detection. This speed and flexibility make online market a major contributor to the spread of illegal products. Finally, enforcement in Malaysia faces practical challenges. Inspectors must monitor thousands of premises and hundreds of thousands of products. Limited manpower and budget mean that not every product can be tested regularly. Penalties for offenders, although presents, may not be heavy enough to discourage repeat offenses. Some manufacturers take the risk because the profit they earn before getting caught is far more than the potential fine. Additionally, the legal process can be slow. During this time, harmful products may continue circulating, putting many consumers at risk. A crucial measure is strengthening the existing legal framework. Updating the Food Act 1983 to include newer types of products and chemicals is essential. Penalties must be increased and repeat offenders should face license revocation and longer jail terms. Mandatory pre-market approval for high-risk categories such as health beverage, herbal drinks, and traditional supplements will ensure harmful products are screened before entering the markets. Stricter border control is also required to prevent foreign products containing scheduled poisons from entering Malaysia. The government can also enhance product sampling using more advanced laboratory technology to identify even trace amount of banned substances. Collaboration with custom, police, and online platforms is critical. E-commerce companies such as Shopee, TikTok Shop, and Lazada should be required to remove illegal products immediately and block sellers who repeatedly violate regulations. By establishing a strong regulatory network, the government can effectively reduce the flow of harmful products. Education is one of the most powerful tools to combat this issue. Large-scale campaigns using TV, radio, schools, and social media can help Malaysians understand the risks associated with scheduled poisons. Teaching consumers how to read labels, check registration numbers, and evaluate health claims empowers them to make safer choices. At the same time, government can support SMEs by offering training on ethical entrepreneurship and safe manufacturing practices, creating a positive culture within the industry. Consumers must not rely solely on the government. They must take responsibility for their own safety. Firstly, consumers should always examine labels, avoid suspicious products, and choose items that follow safety certification like GMP or HACCP. Secondly, avoid products with unrealistic claims such as lost 10 kg in 7 days or instant whitening. These claims usually signal the presence of illegal chemicals. Third, consumers should report suspicious products immediately. MOH food safety portal and hotlines allow quick action and prevent others from being harmed. Finally, sharing knowledge with families and friends help create a safer community. When consumers become informed, unethical companies lose profit, and this forces the industry to change. Ethics is the core foundation of any bioindustry. Companies must act with honesty and transparency because they produce products that directly affect human health. Ethical behavior prevents exploitation and builds consumer trust. A bioindustry that only focuses on profit will inevitably harm society. But an ethical bioindustry creates sustainable, long-term growth and contributes to national well-being. The role of ethics ensures that innovation in the food and health sectors remains safe and beneficial for everyone. To conclude, the presence of scheduled poison in food products arises from multiple interconnected factors: unethical business practices, weak internal controls, consumer demand for fast results, online sales loopholes, and enforcement limitations. This issue requires a shared solution. The government must strengthen laws and surveillance, while consumers must make informed and responsible choices. Ultimately, protecting public health is a collective responsibility. By strengthening ethics, increasing awareness, and improving regulatory systems, we can build a safer bioindustry that benefits the whole society. Thank you.